I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for June 13th, 2025. Absolutely fantastic new arrival week. So many great audiophile records came in. I'll show them to you in a minute. But first I wanted to tell you guys about this week's recently announced pre-orders. Starting with a record that I think I'm most excited for, because I'm a huge Talking Heads fan. David Byrne has announced he is doing another record. I think his first record in 7 or 8 years when he did American Utopia. I saw him twice on that tour. He's announced a tour with this album. Unfortunately, no Phoenix dates. I'll probably have to go to another city to see it, but I will probably definitely be doing that. That comes out September 5th. It's called Who is the Sky? We're getting a regular black vinyl variant, a yellow color, and an indie vinyl variant. September 5th, they've actually released one track so far on digital media. I've listened to it maybe twice today. 3 times today. It's pretty good. The next jazz dispensary was announced. That is Cal Jader's Amazonas, coming out July 25th. I wonder if she misspelled that, or it, actually supposed to be Amazonas. Could be a typo. Gary Newman comes out the same day, July 25th. A Perfect Circle, live at the OVO Arena. Fontaine's DC coming out August 8th. Romance, this is the bonus edition. Styx, Circling from Above, coming out July 18th. Margot Price, Hard-Headed Woman, coming out August 29th. The indie vinyl and regular vinyl variant, we'll have both of them. And the original soundtrack to Clueless, coming out July 25th. Not a ton of pre-orders, but there's a few of the highlights. We have 3 Whatnots this week. I'm going to be doing my regular Thursday, 5 o'clock Arizona time Whatnot, a Thursday, Friday Arizona, so Thursday and Friday, 5 o'clock Arizona time. And then I've got another Whatnot that I'll be doing Sunday at 11 o'clock from my house. Going to be another collection purge video. That's where I essentially grab random things off of my shelf and I'm auctioning them off, trying to thin down the herd a little bit, keep the collection a little bit under control, because it's gotten a little bit crazy the last 2 or 3 years. So that is going to be this Sunday. So 5 o'clock Thursday, 5 o'clock Friday, 11 o'clock Sunday. I think Sunday's Father's Day. I'm going to see how it goes. If it's not really well attended, it might be a short stream. I don't know how record buyers are going to want to spend their Father's Day. It might be treating themselves to new records. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is my kid said to me, we're driving to get dinner the other day, and he goes, I think it's Father's Day this Sunday. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, so I take it you want me to get you something? So I don't have high hopes myself, but more luck to you guys. Okay, let me show you guys this week's new arrival, starting with a couple of digital CDs, SACDs. Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark. This is a Mobile Fidelity SACD. Have it on vinyl as a one step. Now it came out as an SACD. The self-titled Cars. This is a restock. We've got the new remaster of Load. I don't typically do CDs, every now and then, but this is one of them. I did the vinyl, the Super Deluxe box, and then I did the CD variant. Here's the CD variant. On a side note, the vinyl came, but the box set has not yet, so I can't show you that. Probably have to show you that next week. This is the 2014 Atmos high-res and backing tracks. What is this, a Blu-ray? Audiophile Blu-ray of Queen's first album. So, yeah, this is the high-res version of Queen. They call it a Queen 1, the Queen first album. Audiophile Blu-ray, the debut album mixed from the multi-track masters, reinstating Mad the Swine for the first time, 2024 Dolby Atmos mix, high-res 2496 mix, stereo mix, and the 2024 stereo backing tracks 2492. Remember a couple of months ago when I was doing a Record Store Day preview video and I said, you know what, we only got one of these Oasis, Time Flies, 1994 to 2009. They're making a lot of them. Don't go crazy. I don't think this is going to be something worth spending a whole bunch of money on because I feel like they're going to be relatively easy to get. Well, here is the new standard version, non-Record Store Day version of Oasis, Time Flies. You can get it now for normal, regular price, whenever you want, not super limited. It wasn't worth spending a bunch of money. I thought, like I said, when I was showing you guys that for Record Store Day, I'm like, this doesn't smell right. This seems like this is going to be something that's going to be very easy to get. This is like a fake, there's fake hype of, surrounding that. That's kind of what I felt at the time. And there it is. The Grateful Dead, The Music Never Stopped box set. This is 27 unreleased live tracks from the Dead's most essential concert venues, 6 LPs, 180 gram, limited edition of 6,500. And this is a weird one. I'll be shocked if one of these even sells. I only got a couple of them because, again, I'll be shocked if either one of these sells. But this is a Richard Pryor box set. So this is 6 of Richard Pryor's comedy albums on vinyl, kind of reissued on vinyl. Comedy is not something that is really well received on vinyl anymore because we got YouTube nowadays. I've listened to these albums many times over. They're absolutely hilarious. So are the old Red Fox, the Steve Martin albums. They're great. They're hilarious. They're funny. But I think most people are getting this kind of stuff on YouTube now. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll report back to you if one sells. I'll be shocked, but I'll let you guys know. But we try to carry everything, so that's why it's there. Okay. Big releases this week. A lot of big releases. Starting off with Black Sabbath's Paranoid. This is the Rhino high fidelity version. All analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. Phenomenal record. Beautiful tip-on jacket. Highly recommend it. This is the brick and mortar exclusive non-numbered edition. All the Rhino hi-fis are must-owns. They are making right now, because they're doing rock, they're not doing a lot of jazz, which I love jazz. I'm not talking badly, but there's a lot of different great jazz series. Blue Note Tone Poets, OJCs, classic, the contemporary stuff. There's so many great jazz series, but there's not a lot of great killer rock series. I mean, this is beautiful. 33 RPM, tip-on jack. I mean, this is everything you'd want in a series, and they've just been all fantastic, lights out good. Can't recommend them more. Anything Rhino Hi-Fi is a must-own. I mean, if you like the music, there's no reason not to own them. New from Mobile Fidelity, we've got the self-titled New York Dolls. This is, let me see, yeah, limited to, no, this is not a limited number because they've done a couple recently that have been limited to 3,000, 4,000. This is not one of those. But yeah, really cool. I mean, I'm not a huge New York Dolls fan. I have the album, I listen to it occasionally. I'm not nuts about the band, but this is so fantastic that they're doing stuff that's outside the box of the typical audiophile reissues. Van Halen's Fair Warning, Mobile Fidelity One Step, limited to 5,000 copies. That is new for us. You know, we're a little bit behind when it comes to analog productions and MoFi. We get things 1 to 2 weeks after release date. That's pretty standard for everybody that retails these items. This is the Poor Faces. I just realized this just now. So the Black Sabbath, for instance, they sold out of those immediately on their website. And you always know if a title's not doing really well, because if I get the limited edition numbered to 5,000 copies variant, that means they didn't sell a ton of them and they're looking to sell them elsewhere. And that's disappointing because this is a phenomenal record. This is the Faces, Ooh La La. And I just noticed this is the limited edition to 5,000 copies variant. So unfortunately, it didn't get enough action to where they went ahead and repressed it. Great, great, great record. Same thing with Alice Cooper. What? This is insane. Crazy. This is such a great record. Why is this not sold out from them? It's got I'm 18 on it. Alice Cooper, love it to death. Rhino Hi-Fi with the band thumb cover. You can see his thumb is in a position to make itself kind of look like it's maybe not a thumb and maybe an appendage of some kind. They subsequently airbrushed that out, and actually the thumb covers are really difficult to find. But yeah, this is the limited edition to 5,000 copies variant. Crazy. New from the Acoustic Sounds Verve series, this is Roland Kirk's We Free Kings. Probably done. Yeah, Matt Luthen's at the Mastering Lab. That seems to be the new norm now with the Verve series titles. Black Samson, the Wu-Tang and Mathematics. The Bastard Swordsman. New record by Van Morrison, Remembering Now. 14 brand new original tracks, including the single Down to Joy. The Cure. Mixes of a Lost World, the half-speed mastered LP. Includes remixes from Fortet, Paul Oakenfold, and Orbital. Here is the vinyl reissue of Metallica's Load. 180 gram remaster, over 79 minutes of music, remastered on 180 gram vinyl. Includes the original extended cut of The Outlaw Torn. On their label, Blackened Records. Yep. Ozzy Osbourne's Scream. A very difficult record to get. Came out in the box set that they've reissued a couple times, but now it's getting a standalone release. Neil Young and the Chrome Hearts. Talkin' to the Trees, the new studio albums. The new studio album. I added an S there. Source, mastered from original analog tapes. Sparse code on the back. Nickelback, No Fixed Address. From 2014. Ray LaMontagne, Trouble. 20th anniversary remaster gatefold LP with a poster insert. Nice puffy cover. Conan Gray, Kid Crow Decomposed. This is the 5-year anniversary edition. Brandy's Aphrodisiac. This is part of Rhino's Black Music Month on translucent orange vinyl. Addison Rae. The name of this album is Addison. Raveena, Where the Butterflies Go in the Rain. The Budos Band, 7. Limited edition colored vinyl. Doesn't give a color, but it is colored of some color. Rick James, okay. Collected. The Punk Funk Originator, featuring the hits Super Freak, Give It To Me Baby, You and I, Dance With It, Dance With Me, Glow, Sweet and Sexy Thing, and Lucy's Rap, featuring, let's see, not a numbered variant. From Music on Vinyl, Rick James Collected. They do a lot of these collecteds. Essentially, it's a greatest hits compilation. Chocolate Milk, Action Speaks Louder Than Words. Limited edition of 500 copies on blue colored vinyl. Your copy will not have the fantastic censoring painter's tape on it. We Insist 2025. On Candid. Very cool. Kind of bringing back the We Insist from, God, who did it? They just recently redid it on Candid. Is it Max Roach? God, it's really late. When I film these videos, I wish I filmed these videos, in all honesty, a little bit earlier in the morning. Because my brain is just, I feel like it's firing on all cylinders 14 hours ago. But by the end of the night, it's like, I need to go home. But no, I sit here and meander on YouTube. Max Roach. I think it's Max Roach. Could be wrong. Brandon Lake, King of Hearts. Shakira. Fajaction Oral, Volume 1, available on vinyl for the first time. Shakira's Oral Fixation, Volume 2. Luis Enrique, Amor y Alegra. Sony Music Latin. They are continuing the Sax Complete Singles series. We've got Volume 5 and 6 today. Here is Volume 6, excuse me. They're in here backwards. And here is Volume 5. Fantastic comps. Great, great comps. Stabbing Westward, Darkest Days from Music on Vinyl. This is the limited edition variant, limited to 1,500 numbered copies on black and gold marbled vinyl. The Bug Club, Very Human. Buck Cherry, Roar Like Thunder. Master Wilburn Burchett, Psychic Meditation Music. Charlie Patton from ORG. This is Father of the Delta Blues, 12 classic cuts from the Paramount Vaults. Black vinyl edition. The new Lil Wayne, The Carter 6. All That Jazz, Ghibli Jazz. Come on. The album you guys have all been waiting for. It is the New Kids on the Block, Step by Step. First time on vinyl in 35 years. Fly Me to the Moon, the original soundtrack, music by Daniel Pemberton. The original Broadway Cast 2, The Outsiders, a new musical. Up next, everything left are some key restocks we recently just got in, so I figured I'd show those to you, including a Van Halen 1 from Mobile Fidelity. We got Santana 1 from Mobile Fidelity. Restock from Rhino Hi-Fi, The Cars Candio. Blue Note Classic, Dexter Gordon's Getting Around. And Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, The Big Beat, all analog cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. Got a reissue of Jane's Addiction, Nothing Shocking. Haven't had this in quite a while, so nice to get that back. Been very difficult keeping this in stock. The Tracy Chapman self-titled with Fast Car. Back in print for the first time ever. I don't think it's ever been reissued. Yes, the Yes album. This is the Steve Wilson remix on Sea Blue vinyl. The original motion picture soundtrack to Twilight. The non-record store day version of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Black vinyl version. Joy Division's Unknown Pleasures. The artwork that everybody wears and very few people know what it actually is. Led Zeppelin's Presence. This is the standard vinyl variant, not the deluxe. Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits. The Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. From OJC, all analog cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. Bill Evans, Moonbeams. Really wildly popular, been very difficult keeping those in stock. Bill Evans' Interplay, same OJC series. Miles Davis's Greatest Hits. I don't know why anybody would buy this. That's a foolish purchase. Just buy yourself Kind of Blue, buy yourself some other Miles Davis. They're all fantastic. The Growlers, Are You In or Out? But I guess Miles Davis's Greatest Hits is better than nothing, but yeah, The James Taylor Quartet, In the Hand of the Inevitable. 30th anniversary 2LP reissue, original track listing on vinyl for the first time. Mastered for vinyl from the original analog tapes. That is it, guys. That is this week's new arrival video. Check us out online at theingroove.com. Until next time.